Hi, Dr. Flynn. This is Caitlin Lady with my second attempt to submit a video for my mean stack project. I guess just diving right into it, my project doesn't work. I'm not quite sure what's going on. I think there might be an issue with the server database connection, but I'm not quite positive and I didn't have time to figure it out. So I'm just going to show you what I do have. Right off the bat, this is the HTML page, which is what the project would look like if it actually worked. And I have the code for that here. Here's the HTML file and how it would work to get the messages. And here is the CSS file for building the actual layout and how it looks. Moving on over to here for the server.js file. It builds the collection, it handles the input and output events, it inserts a message to the database here. It'll send a status until the message fully sends. It did have the option to clear the messages. And it connects to, and it also uses socket.io to help with the communication. Overall, I am pretty sure my servers are running. But like I said, I'm still not sure what the issue is. All of these windows lead me to believe that everything is working as far as that goes. So I think there's just a misconnection somewhere. If I try to access it, I get a page error that just says this site cannot be reached. And while I cannot replicate this error again, I'm not quite sure what's going on. When I did my video Saturday night, I was also getting the error that says it looks like you are trying to access MongoDB over HTTP on the native driver ports. I believe that this error was due to the use of using the MongoDB driver that that was incorporated using one of the tutorials I found. As far as tutorials go, giving credit where credit is due, I originally started out with this video. It was a two-part lesson for building a chat application with MongoDB and socket.io, along with Node. I found the tutorial to be really useful. It was really easy to understand and really easy to implement. And it also showed how to store the messages into the database, which was your second requirement for the project. And again, it would have been really useful, and it was useful up until the time that it just stopped working for me. After that did not work, I quickly tried to find another tutorial to see if I could get something up and running. I did find this one. It's very similar to the one that I used before, but just has a couple things missing. Again, this one didn't quite work, and I just didn't have enough time to be able to find a solution and get it up and running in time for turning the project in. As far as problems, I had a lot of problems with installation. I kept running into errors with installing things. Things wouldn't install properly. I also had issues using mean.io. I'm not sure if I'm the only one with those issues. I tried following the video that they had on the page showing how to get everything installed and up and running. But with the different versions that I was using versus the versions that were being used at the time the video was being made, things didn't line up, and I was running into errors that the tutorial video didn't run into. Additionally, I just had problems figuring out how to use the mean stack at first, and then finding a decent resource. And eventually I did find that video, which I found to be extremely helpful. overall, I think my biggest problem, I think there was a problem with the server and the sockets or something wrong with the server and database connection that was causing problems. But again, I'm not sure and I haven't had time to really go in and really take a look at what's going wrong. However, I do plan to go back eventually and get it figured out. I would like to fully understand how this technology works. And that's also what I plan on doing with the Google Maps API project as well. As far as why developers should use this and why they would use this technology, um, it's all JavaScript, both front end and back end. So either knowledge of multiple languages or even just using multiple languages is not needed. Everything can be done using JavaScript, which I actually was really interested in. And in that regard, it led me to think that I would enjoy using it more than when we did the lamp stack. But because it didn't work, I'm still leaning more towards the lamp stack. I also did a little bit of reading just to fully understand why one would use the technology, and I read that it works really well with deploying into the cloud and just overall cloud computing. And I think that's an example of that would be that you can, with mean.io, they did have an option to get it all up and running in Azure right from the get-go. And I also read that it's really fast. Again, I don't really have much first-hand knowledge because I had some issues with this. But yeah, that's my project. I'm sorry that the video is late due to technical issues. Yeah, and I'll see you in class. Bye.